Greetings everybody, Forrest Nace here with American Steam Railroad bringing to you our May 2023 update. Well everybody, I'm standing here behind the booster unit for the Reading 2100, and after sitting for 37 years we are definitely excited to be able to have this piece of equipment back reunited with the locomotive. We definitely want to thank Ross Rowland, who orchestrated everything that needed to be done to make this possible, the New Hope Railroad for storing it all those years, a gentleman named Hank Weber who supplied a tremendous amount of documentation for us, which will definitely be invaluable, and then to West Camp, who financially made the donation to make all this possible. We definitely again want to thank all those people and the New Hope Railroad for everything they have done to make this moment possible. This unit is actually a two-cylinder steam engine that actually has a large gear in the front that engages to a gear on the rear axle, providing an additional 11,100 pounds of tractive effort. And while this unit is not necessary for the excursion trains we'll initially be pulling, if at some point we are pulling much heavier or larger trains for whatever reason, photo shoots or a big excursion at some point, the booster unit would definitely be an item that would assist in those trains' movements. So we will be tearing this down and inspecting all of it, requesting bids from professional contractors that are familiar with steam equipment for the rebuilding of it, and then applying for grants. So that is how we had planned on getting the booster operational again and mounted back into the 2100. Inside the boiler, our team of young volunteers have continued the cleaning and needle scaling work on the barrel, preparing it for another 15 years of operation. Additionally, each of the 780 grid sections of the 26 outer flues have been completely documented with 159 photographs, which will be part of the 2100's records submitted to the FRA. In the cab and up on the turret, our volunteers have continued lapping and repacking the various valves that showed some leaks during last year's hydrostatic tests. This was to be expected, as these valves have not seen any service in probably 15 to 18 years. Again, this is just a typical service and repair done to valves during a steam locomotive's operating time. We also have new cab window frames being constructed by one of the fathers of our volunteers here. He also took measurements so we can have a new wood ceiling mounted in the 2100's cab as well. Well everybody, we're here in the machine shop at the Midwest Railway Preservation Society because one of the things that ASR takes a lot of pride in is we try to reinvest back into the local community as much as possible. And upon the inspection of some of the suspension pieces and rigging, we did see that some of the bushings had gotten some cracking in them, or actually in this case, a piece broken off. So naturally we would not want to reinstall that back in the locomotive, and with the machine shop capabilities here at Midwest, we contracted with them to, number one, make us new bushings, and then also take the old ones out and press the new ones in when they have those pieces done. Another item that's been done here at the Midwest Railway Preservation Society is these cotter plates, as I like to call them. It looks like a cotter pin, but it's actually a plate, are also used to hold pins in on the suspension components. And one of these did break apart because, as you can see, these are spread just like a cotter pin after they're pressed through the hole. And since one did break out of the four and these other three do look to be rather well used, we have decided to go ahead and have all new ones made, which they are doing here at the machine shop here at the Midwest Railway Preservation Society. And you can actually see one of the completed ones here in one of the pins. Now also, one of these pins does have some damage to it that we found, so they'll also be making a brand new pin for one of those items, as well as then all these new cotter plates that will then be used to hold them in place. It's just another way that ASR is able to reinvest back into the local community. So everybody, that's the great progress we've been able to make here on the Reading T1 2100. We definitely want to thank all of our generous donors, our wonderful volunteers here, our professional contractors, and of course our good friends here at the Midwest Railway Preservation Society. Thank you.